Okay, I'm live. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. I know that there are plenty of other channels that you could be looking at, and I'm grateful that you did take the time out to look at my plain life. Yeah, I live kind of an ordinary life, but there are some obstacles which everyday people face. So that's why I try not to sugarcoat a lot of things. Uh, I don't want to be very flamboyant. I don't want to be anything that's going to distract the message. And I want to be authentic to myself because this is me every single day. This is me every single day. Every single day, every single day. Period. Okay? Um so um yeah, Saturday I did not get to talk to you guys because it's been very busy. Okay, just having these letters go out. I do most of the stuff, most of these things myself, and it takes a lot of time and energy. Not to say that I'm against it or I hate it or anything, because that's not the case. But in order to do a great job, it takes a little bit more time than I would normally do than it would normally take for anything else. So I didn't get to videotape on Saturday, and also my mother was supposed to call my aunt. I don't know if she called her yesterday, but she was supposed to call her. Um, she was supposed to call her yesterday, so that way I would be able to finish and do some stuff and get some stuff completed. So I didn't get to talk to her then. Friday I didn't get to talk to her, so it's been 2 days. Um, so I'm gonna try today. Um, excuse me. I'm so sorry, you guys. I've been really tired. I was supposed to also work during the weekend. Didn't do that because my computer screens just started messing up again. Um, but it's all good. I believe that God is doing some things in His own time, and letting some things happen. Um, I was watching um, this gentleman. What is his name? Y'all gotta let me find him. I was watching this man on YouTube. I guess he's no longer living, but they were recording he was a minister, he was a preacher, and he was talking about how to be free from demonic possession and things like that. And he kept saying one thing that I do know for certain, that I can't find it, you guys. His name is Derek Prince. Okay, so yeah. So he was talking about a curse cannot just come out of the blue. Like, it needs and a lot of other people say that, Kevin L. Ewan, you guys, I really like him anyway, but just because of how he said some of the things that he was going through, um and he explained a lot of my things to the T. Um who else? There's been quite a lot of people that's been talking about it. New Breed, he talks about it. And in particular, he had a thing that came on I want to say yesterday or day before yesterday, but he was talking about how National Geographic talked about sleep paralysis, and how that goes hand in hand, and how you need to find out what it is that's attacking you. You have to make sure that you clean out your house, and that was one thing I had to do. I mean, like, literally get rid of some stuff, even if it costs you a lot of money. Get rid of it. If it costs, I don't give a care if it costs you a lot of money. Some things I have gotten rid of that cost me quite a bit of money. um Probably shouldn't have bought it at the time. I thought it was a good investment just financially, and it wasn't. One of the things, I had a bundle. I can tell you guys this, for example. I had bought some hair because I sell hair from this different vendor. Now, usually I try to use the same vendor because I like the same texture. I know it's going to be the same colors. And then, if you have different vendors, everybody's hair is not going to be the same color. Even if it'll be a 1B from one person can be a half a shade lighter or something darker, or have strands in it that's different than another person who is selling that. So I try to stay with the same one, and I try to stay with the same backup. Well, this one, it kind of freaked me out a little bit, but the prices were a little bit like too good to be true. Should have been a red flag right there. But long story short, when I got home, and I always try to try out at least some of it, if it's a new person, whatever. So as I tried it on, it was just weird, y'all. I was just having these headaches. It was weird, and I pray over my hair too. I know, because I don't want to have nothing going on my clients, my customers' heads or anything like that. I just don't. So long story short, I literally had to get rid of. I didn't give it away, because when you're dealing with stuff like that, some people would have said I would have just sold it because it will sell. That's the whole reason why most of these people do what they do with it. It definitely would have sold, and it definitely would have made profit. But I know what God I serve, and I know that there's a consequence for doing things out of line. You have to be in line when you do certain things. So, long story short, I had to get rid of thousands of dollars. So, yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this: God really supplies, and you know that God is in control. Because after that, I'm telling you, my everything just started turning back around. Um, Also, I just been having a lot of those things. Like, just make sure your house is clean, make sure it's swept, make sure you're taking inventory of what is in and what is out. I'm supplying you with quite a bit, which is a lot of opportunities, a lot of physical things, emotional things. A lot of things are going on my plate right now, and I have to take clear inventory and make very, very the best of my time. Thank you, Jesus. I send your angels to protect me, God. Please forgive me for my sister. So I have to take a clear inventory of what I have and what I'm doing. Bye, girl. Bye. All up in my face. Bye. Bye. Go to bed. Man, she's all up in my mouth. It's weird. Like a little kid. My dog is like a little kid. So, anywho, that is the reason why I have not I wasn't on here yesterday and the day, well, I was there the day before. So but this is the reason why I wasn't here yesterday. I just had to take care of a lot of things, get myself back in alignment. Like, I don't know what, I know a shift is coming, but whoo, something. I'm gonna go ahead and call my mom, and then I'm gonna also tell you about the shift that God has been just reminding me of.
Thank you for calling Richmond State Hospital. Wait while I transfer your call. Richmond State Hospital, how can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling for 420 Unit A.
Okay, give me just a second.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 428, this is Amy.
Hi, Amy. My name is Belle Dean. The unit code is 420 Unit A, and I'm calling for Patricia Dean.
Okay. I will see if she wants to call you back, okay?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Okay. So, I don't even know who that person was because I really don't get to talk to her quite a bit. So, um, yeah. But anywho, God has been really reminding me of not going astray. It is so easy to go back to your old ways once God has pulled you out of certain things, and I don't want to go back. Like, even though things were tough, things were hard, but I will tell you this: when I was close to God, it felt like I was invisible. Like so many like mountains were moved. It was just like me going off of faith. Like, okay, I can't do it. I can't stay in this spot. If this is happening, God tells us to do this. And once I applied it, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I wasn't frightened. Sometimes I was frightened, but I still had to go. I didn't have the whole spirit of fear, but I definitely was frightened. And I was just like, look, even though this is happening, I got to make this happen. I got to do this because according to my manual, this is what is required of me. And when I followed what God did, not me and my own flesh, not me and my own thinking, when I followed exactly what God told me to do, things got great. Not only did they get great, they got superb to the point where I was getting blessing on top of blessing on top of blessing on top of blessings. So, yeah. Yeah, that's how that cookie crumbles. So, um yeah, I would just rather stay that way and not go back, because people will be sometimes, yes, it's like, all of a sudden, and I think that once you get, because I promise y'all, I can tell y'all I was in a spiritual cage, like it was there. But once I got out of it, I started seeing people come back to me who God was showing me who didn't have good intentions for me. And even though they're being nice right now, they weren't nice before, you know. And we don't know what's wrong with, not to say, oh, I hate them or anything. I just no longer want to take a route with them. Those relationships that I thought were so grand and so great, half of them are gone. And the others I don't, for the most part, don't want to rekindle. Now there were some relationships that I learned by going through this, learning the how to be mature, because I needed that maturity aspect and growing and getting better that way. But everything else, no. 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 I would rather, and that might hurt, some other people, because it hurt me at first, not having these people around and not being able to talk to them, but and do things and express things, but especially things they didn't understand. But I will say that like I said, going through this process has alleviated that bondage, that fear of doing that, or that fear of being in that uh spectrum, or that fear of being alone, and you know thinking about what if, and just things like that. So yeah, I definitely would rather take the high road. It might be tough. It might seem tough. Nobody said that this walk was going to be easy, but I promise you, I've seen so many other benefits. And when I look back and see, where I was at and where I came from, and everybody's still stuck. They're still stuck. And you're not where you're supposed to be, but you see yourself growing. You see the benefits, and you thank the one true God for going through that process. You thank God for taking you and bringing you through that process and teaching you what is right and what is wrong, you know, and showing you that. So, yeah. I'm gonna get off of here, but I am gonna keep my my computer on very closely because I've noticed that once I turn it off, it usually like my mother calls and then I have to get it back on. And I think that was done on purpose too, just to keep that interaction low. Oh yeah, another thing that I noticed, my mom, I don't know what's going on, but my mom knows something is really going on because my mom sent a letter to she sent the letter. So it's kind of weird, but and I'll talk about that too later. So yeah, hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.